Today's video is on creating control accounts in Manager Accounting for software. What is control accounts in Manager Accounting software? Now, when we talk about control accounts, we are simply looking at accounts that might be in our chart of accounts and on our tabs. So the idea of control accounts is just to link these two accounts so that whatever that we might do on these various tabs will in the long run affect what we have in our chart of accounts. That is the basic idea here, right? And they are going to be sub accounts or new accounts because they are going to fall under the major groups that we have already created here. Now let's go to new account. Now activate non-control accounts and then click on the drop down. Now these are the list of accounts that are you would have to be linked. So a typical example, customers are going to be made up of basically our debtors. Suppliers are going to be made up of our creditors. And so when we come to the customer side of the tab and then we create them and start giving them balances, because we have linked this to the chart of accounts, it's going to basically affect it. So let's simply start debtors. Now debtors are what they are current assets to every business, and then when we come here, we're going to select customers. This is because our debtors are going to be made up of majority of the times our customers. Let's create and let's create creditors as well. Creditors. Click on the drop down and obviously they are going to be our liabilities. Now you click on the control account, come, and yes, they are going majority of our creditors are going to be our suppliers because majority of the times these people are going to supply to us on credit. Now let's create another one. Inventory items. So let's come and create inventories. Yes, inventory is a current asset. And then let's see what else do we have to create here. Cash and bank account, we would come to that later. For cash and bank account, we wouldn't be using the control accounts because once we start creating here, it tends to affect it. So let's come to our summary. So basically, when we look here, we've already created our creditors. We have some creditors here. We have some debtors. We have So to create our cash account, we simply come to you have two cash accounts here, a bank account. So let's create a sample bank account. We can have Access Bank, which is very vital in Ghana. Not to advertise for Access anyway. Which currency is the account in? Is it in dollars? Is it in cedis? Now you realize that because we've selected the currency, the currency that we are going to use to run our business. This I've made a video about it back. You can go back and watch. So it has auto selected Ghanaian cedi, but then assuming the account was to be in dollar, then I have the option to select that as well. So let's create and then add another bank. Let's add Royal Bank. I don't know if that, Royal Bank. And then we are still going to operate in the Ghanaian cedi. Now, so in the bank account tab, we are going to create only our bank accounts. Then we come to our cash accounts. Cash accounts, we are going to talk about our petty cash. So this is where our petty cash comes. Yes, it's in cedis. And then in Ghana, majority of our business now are using mobile money for some of our transaction. So let me add that here. Yes, obviously mobile money is always in the Ghanaian currency. So we have two bank accounts created, two cash accounts created. Now let's come and then create some customers and suppliers, and then let's hold up the video for today. So the company we are going to be working on is a typical company that buys and sells mobile phones. So that is the idea around what we are going to be using here. Okay, so for our customers are basically as we did in the chart of account, our debtors. So we are going to have Agape Phones Limited. Yes, currency. Billing address, you can enter an address here. If you have their tin, you can enter their tin here. Email address, if you have their email, you can enter the email. So this gives you the chance to enter the details that is in relation to all supplier, all the debtors. So you click on debtors and then you click. Okay, so let's enter something. Let's say their tin is P000345. So this is their tin. Billing address, let's say it's plots 13 block 1C. It's in Kumasi. Yeah. Email address is a agape p at gmail.com. Please kindly note that these are not realities. We're just creating them to have a feel of how the software works. Credit limit. Now you can create credit limit for every customer, which means that we will not sell items to that person beyond the threshold that we are creating. Now you also realize that we have all the details of the customer here, but then um, you realize that we don't have the person's contact person. We'll work on that in our next video. So let's click on create. Then let's create another customer with okay, so Agana phones and accessories. Okay, Ghanaian cities basically. So Edum Malcolm. Some of these are not reality. We are just doing a typical example. But then if you are setting your business up, yes, you have to take it serious. So AGPAC at let's say yahoo.com, and then always remember to link these control accounts to our debtors. Now you realize the software has highlighted accounts receivables. If you click on create, it's going to automatically create this account, but then we want to link them to the debtors that we've already created, and then click on create. Let me see if I did the same for